Hello everybody, it's High Priestess Jamila. I am in the kitchen and I am not going to be on camera. I'm just, I'm cooking. I got started kind of late because I had some stuff I had to deal with. But, which brings me to this discussion. People that waste spiritual time and spiritual energy, people that are wasting their time sending stuff, sending bad spirits to people's children, people attacking other people's children because of their own inadequacy. Stop waste. I'm going to give them some advice. And so a lot of you that, say things like, oh, well, your haters are the best and this and that. No, they're not. If you have somebody psychically attacking you, very different than just having haters. You have somebody doing black magic on you, very different than just having haters, okay? So stop looking at it like that. It's a bad way of looking at it. These people that do this, they have the time and they have the energy to do certain things, and they're conjuring these bad spirits that people are just going to send back to you. I don't understand why waste your time sending out negative energy that you know you're going to get back times 3. I don't get it. I had a bad spirit, oh Lord. And it's been few and far between, but for some reason, and I missed some stuff, for some reason, me and my family end up getting caught up in the middle of people's beefs. After all, when men are having their war against each other, the women and the children are usually the casualties of that war. Usually. This depends on what you're doing spiritually to alleviate the situation. And I don't know why this lady forgot to bring my garlic. I'm going to complain about that because they still charge me for it. Y'all got to be careful with those grocery delivery places. I think if I go back and look at all the stuff that they left out and I still got charged for it, yeah. So that's going to be a big mess whenever people start complaining about that. So anyway, I've got garlic powder and I'm just going to use that. It'll be okay. At least she got my onion, which was one of the main things that I wanted for my liver and onions. So anyway, people and witches and people that don't have nothing else going on in their life, that are just sending energy back and forth, I don't know how to take it. I don't know if somebody went live and started talking about me, but all of a sudden, the alarm started going off while I was saging the house. And I knew it was a bad spirit in the house. And the spirit was telling me you need to sage your house. I probably should have did it when I first got up this morning. But I'm telling you, you people that keep doing stuff and sending stuff, people just gonna send it right back to you. So it becomes a pointless waste of time. And I can tell you that if you're not using magic to manifest your own, that's a very dangerous thing. It's not just about selling yourself short, but it's about literally doing things that don't serve your divine purpose at all. At all, okay? Is what I wanted to say about that. Then people that want to settle their differences and arguments and put women in between it when all us women want is a damn man and with an income. That's all we want. We ain't got none of these y'all extra stuff y'all talking about. But I notice people will lose their mind and get to attacking spiritually. You know what I'm saying? And it's important for y'all to make sure that you, number one, sage your houses. Y'all should be doing this and preparing your houses before, at least I would say before the new moon. You want to start getting your houses together. Because a lot of people can't handle being an adult. They can't handle adult things. Okay? It's scary for them. You know, I don't care about your judgment personally. I really don't. Trust me. I am not one of them type of people that is sensitive to people's judgment. So what I can tell you is that what my spirits want you to know is that whenever you send anything that manages to get in, however it gets in, it's just going to come back to you. Literally, it takes, you know how long it takes to banish a bad spirit? It can take as little as 3 seconds or less. That's the problem, is these people sending stuff and it's just going to come right back to you. You send it again, the next day it's going to come right back to you. Send it again, it's going to keep coming back to you. You can't attack a person that you started beef with and consistently try to send bad energy that you're the one that created for yourself in that situation. You can't do that. Spirit ain't gonna let you, especially some of the divine beings that are protected by spirit. We're gonna add a little bit of butter to this too. I thought about getting some oil, but that should be just enough. I'm gonna add a little bit of butter. Y'all get what I'm saying? I can see Hecatator showed up in the chat because all of us had some kind of weird spiritual attack. The best thing for you to do is to remain calm. Okay? Y'all don't have to learn how to remain calm during these situations. Everybody, especially these men, because y'all men are so highly susceptible to it. And you just got to relax and get rid of the spirit. Don't be scared of bad spirits. Yes, they do come in through children. People are disgusting. Okay? People are disgusting. If they want to get to you, they're going to try to get to your children. If they can't get to you, they'll go to your children. And you can't allow people to do that. That's why I was talking to the parents today. Y'all get mad and turn against y'all children and say, oh, this, kid has spiritual gifts and folks is attacking me. And the kid is reacting to the psychic attacks and to the bad energy, whether or not it's coming from within or outside of your family. And you just got to sage it and send it back to that person. Trust me, they going to get it. They going to say that they didn't get that energy back, but they going to get that energy back. Trust me. Hey, Outer Bank Switch. Hello. Hello. How are you today? Grand evening to you too. I'm going to get another bowl and double dip these. We're going to do a double dipped. I'm going to do an egg dipping on these too. I wish I could show y'all what I was doing, but I think that sometimes, these recipes involving meat can trigger certain things. So that's why I do not cook on YouTube anymore, and I do not upload anything involving meat to YouTube anymore because everybody is going through the vegan hysteria. Okay? So that's why I don't do that no more. And mukbangers, boy, y'all are strong. Y'all see B Love's life, boy, that girl blew up. All them animal sacrifices, boy, PETA can't stand her. I can just imagine. Okay? Because she done had many, many animal sacrifices on her channel. And that's why she bought that big expensive house. And, evidently it's her birthright. So that's why you guys got to stop doing that. You see somebody doing something, it's within their birthright. It doesn't matter what your opinion of it is. It just doesn't matter. You just can't go around doing stuff like that. That was good for you. That can protect you from the evil eye. You have an evil eye curse on you if you are constantly attacking people. That means that you're cursed. Okay? Out of jealousy, envy, whatever reason, you don't agree, you're judging somebody. I don't agree. I don't think that Jamila should have put her ass out there publicly. Oh, I don't think they should have done that. Well, who gives a damn? We all grown. We do what we want to do. Seriously. Okay? I personally don't think that nudity is bad or nasty. I come from that personal belief, okay? You can teach you know, your children, that their bodies are nasty and dirty, you know, even though they're supposed to be covered. Yeah, they should be because of the dangers that are out there. But grown people are grown, okay? They make their own grown decisions, okay? And the sooner you learn that, the better you will be within your spirit. You can't curse somebody just because you see them doing something that you don't agree with. You can make up whatever excuse that you want for why you're doing that, but in reality, it is not going to fly with the spirits. Okay, they ain't having that. It ain't your business. It ain't your place. And people that do that kind of stuff can make a situation worse. Oh, I did this because I was trying to help. Well, it wasn't, your help wasn't needed. You can't sit up there, you know. And so that's why they make up excuses. And they have to make up some, you know, something. So they, you know, and the bottom line is just that you're nosy, you're hurt, you're traumatized based upon something that may have happened to you in your childhood. Because at every single time, it seems like these people attack, they always involve my son. They put my son and they involve my small child in it. And he's responding to that. Even though he can't hear people saying his name, he can hear you still. So Jacob has his own spiritual gifts. In fact, Jacob is like a warning messenger for me a lot of the times. Okay, and he's usually very right. And, you know, once I get that spirit out of the house, he's usually okay right afterwards. Okay, and ain't no children got to be hurt, you know, during that time frame. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of our ignorant parents, you know, when we were being affected trans-spiritually, they just beat the hell out of us. Okay, which was stupid. It was ignorant for you to do that. You have to pay attention to what's going on. Okay, if your household gets into an uproar, you whip out that sage stick. Next thing you know, everybody's singing Kumbaya with peace and harmony. And that thing was trying to feed, and you also take back your energy. You take back your power. Take it back from them. You know, people that operate that way, and so in order for those entities to even be able to get in, it's got to be people conjuring them. And they'll conjure these energies. They will conjure them, but then they won't have control over them. Okay, because if you actually had control over them, you'd be able to kill everybody in the household. But since you know you can't do that, then you go with alternative measures. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing is happening to a lot of y'all. I think they sent through, that whoever took the time to send that through, boy, they took some time. Literally, it was over within 5 or 10 minutes. Something that you took all day creating. So what did you do, boo-boo? You wasted your energy. What are we doing on this planet? Conservation. Okay, they want you to compost. They want you to not waste. They want you to, you know, do a lot of different things that people do on a consistent basis because you're taking this planet and the people on this planet for granted. Okay? So, but do they listen? No, they don't. But they listening right now. And if you sent any bad spirits over here, they probably already touched down back over there too. Now, I don't give a damn. For me personally, let me tell you something. See if my son, okay. Let me tell you something. I don't give a damn if I gotta get up and sage this house every damn day. I will do it. That's how I am. Okay. And of course, as a witch, I have to deal with the negative energies of my clients' stuff as well. But a lot of it is personal. A lot of it is personal energy that people are sending to you. And you have to learn how to get rid of those energies out of your house, out of your children. Okay, a lot of people will pick up a belt, start whooping a child when they start acting up, when you should have picked up a sage stick. Okay, and if you're in your lower self, you know, that's the first thing you're going to do is start pounding on somebody. And that's the problem with a lot of people. That ignorance and that violence and that ignorance. Okay, all of a sudden, because you can't control somebody, you ready to kill somebody. That ain't got over stuff that ain't got nothing to do with you. You ain't got no claim on it. You ain't got no birthright to it. So you're going to find yourself doing things that are just going to waste your time and your damn energy. A lot of y'all that think that y'all got a birthright to other people's energy, you are sadly mistaken. You don't have no birthright to that. I'm sorry. Okay? And it doesn't matter what race you are, how old you are. None of that matters. Okay, we are all supposed to be living in a world where we are freed and liberated from that, but unfortunately there's people that are very codependent. Okay, that's an example of codependency. Very codependent people. Oh, I gotta bust one more egg because I'm double battering these livers. I got 2 packages of beef livers. We ain't gonna show them because I'm gonna tell you something. You attacking people over eating meat, you are literally living in the wrong reality. Okay, so that's why I don't do that no more. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Butter burns, guys. Remember that. You'll be okay with life if you know that butter burns. So I'm going to turn these down because they're going to get brown really easily. I don't understand it, you know. And a lot of y'all need to learn witchcraft, and you need to learn how you need to learn necromancy. Okay, you need to learn it. That's why I've got the classes up on it. Learn necromancy. Then it's the key to life is to learn it. It's and most of y'all that are watching me right now are mediums. Okay, of course I'm gonna attract a likeness to myself. So since I'm a medium, many of you guys that are mediums, you can see and communicate with and feel spirits. Ain't Jamila's fault. If you're a person that's seeing spirits around me, and if you're actually able to see those spirits, then it ain't my fault. It's more than likely, if you can see somebody else's spirits and not your own, it might be a problem that you may have to deal with. Okay? You know, a lot of people will use the past and his story as a way to continue to facilitate this weak behavior. But in reality, it's because they're afraid to take that leap forward. Remember when we took the leap forward in 2018? Many people are afraid of that time jump. They get stuck in the past. When it's time to go super speed ahead and catch up, they scared of that shit. I can tell you, it can be quite overwhelming. But we don't care. We all went through it. We all had to go through it. Okay? So we ain't feeling sorry for you if it's still your time to go through it. You just got to go through it. It sometimes it can feel like that. Oh God, I'm dying. What's going on? Now you are sitting and you are afraid. And you're taking it as a physical death when it's not actually that. Okay? So, you know, because I don't mean to sound cliche, but death is a doorway. So you make the decision of whether or not you live or die unless somebody takes your life. Which, if you wasn't doing nothing to hurt that person, and if you did not do anything to hurt that person, then that person, you at the same time they taking your life, you taking their life for real. And that aspect of yourself whose life they took is going to continue to reign and continue to go on while they move on to a different reality. Okay, so you don't get to do nothing without facing the music around here. Okay. As far as when it comes to spell work and conjuring stuff on people, like I said, I missed one of the live shows where the person was live. I don't know if they were talking about me or not, but I still think that there were some people that were trying to use that as an opportunity to attack me and my family for some reason. I don't know what the fuck he was saying because I missed like the first hour of it. So, you know, those energies will immediately be sent back, especially if you're dealing with a medium that can see spirits. Okay, so it's a waste of energy. Why don't you conjure that? Why don't you conjure some good spirits to heal yourself? Witchcraft is not a way to just go and attack people, because I'm telling you, Hecate will bind you. She will bind your powers. Yes, she will. She will bind your powers. And you be running around here looking at other folk and like, why can't I do no magic? You need to go and talk to Hecate about that. Why ain't my spells working? You need to go talk to Hecate about that. Okay. Some people pronounce her name Hecate. Hecate. Okay. There's a reason why they did it that way too. There was a reason, because it was way too many witches just, oh, I'm just gonna do as I want to do. I'm just gonna do this and do that, and you ain't doing nothing but screwing up and causing imbalances all over the world. That's what these people are doing. Witchcraft is not supposed to be used for that purpose, but it's being used for other people's purposes. But a lot of these people don't really have a purpose because they're demonically possessed. They confused. You know what I'm saying? So very important for you to look at that. I turned this all the way down and now it's cooking too slow. Let me try to turn it up. Yeah, this first batch is probably gonna be kind of. I had turned my grease down because where the heck are my paper towels at? What did y'all do with my paper towels, man? People are crazy. Let me see what y'all talking about up in the chat. What's going to happen on the 21st is a huge gateway, is what I'll tell you. It's a gateway that is opening. I'm talking about miracles abound. Do not waste those energies trying to attack other people. If you are going to do any black magic, I would do it prior to that, of course, okay? I wouldn't do it during that time personally. I mean, people can do whatever they want to do, but you can see that it just, leads them to destruction when they don't listen. Okay, because witchcraft is very real. Saturn and Jupiter are going to align up with each other, so they're going to be in alignment with each other. So Saturn, when you think about Saturn, you're thinking about the planet of war. Okay, you're thinking about the planet of war. But for me personally, it just depends on how spirit carries us. I will do a reading on that, because maybe you do have to maybe do some protection or some attacks on your enemies that day. But these people that are running around here trying to deny people of their birthright, these people that are trying to interfere in stuff that don't have nothing to do with them, they gonna have some problems that day. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing stuff for you, yourself, this involves me, and my family, and mine, and what I'm doing. Now they want to come all the way across the world and mess with you, and it just don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? So stick to you. For example, the miracles that I'm talking about is on a much higher scale than the earth, but definitely affects us down here on earth, on this planet. So the type of miracles would be money, would be healing if you have any afflictions. Okay, any afflictions. Magic is going to be at a maximum level, so you better know what you're doing. If you're practicing magic, you better know what you're doing. And you better not be doing it. You know, some people are practicing witchcraft to get revenge on people, and Hecate don't like that. I can tell you that right now. She's thoroughly insulted by you. Every time you light a candle, she turns her nose at you. Every time. Every time you do anything involving witchcraft, Hecate is turning her nose up at you. Hold on, y'all. And Hecate was telling me that it was some witches trying to destroy her. I was like, that's funny. Not any of the ones that we know about on here or on YouTube, but there was some witches that got mad at Hecate and was trying to destroy her. You know what that means? That's a sign that you just not thinking straight, baby, because you can't never destroy Hecate. I think they did some kind of ritual like about a month ago. I think it was male witches and warlocks. You know, men have to have, if you get a group of men together trying to guide each other, it's going to be a bad situation. Men need the guidance and the touch and the softness of a woman. They need that, okay? Because they'll get together and do all kind of stupid stuff. Yeah, let me see how many we got in here. 18. Hit that thumbs up, y'all. We're going to see a lot of miracles come in from spirit. And it's probably best to not just announce it to those haters that just ain't figured it out. They on the other side of wrong. And for some reason, they've made up in their mind that they can be on the side of wrong because everything is supposed to be 50-50. Y'all being fooled. Y'all being totally fooled. You ain't supposed to be using witchcraft for that. You know better than that. You might as well, you might as well just stick with Catholicism. If you're going to be doing stuff like that, at least you'll have the protection of Jesus to make sure that the fall ain't that hard. Okay, you don't have to just go to Jesus if you're a bad person, because Jesus loves everybody. He just like, Jesus represents unconditional love, you know, and we need that moniker to be a male too. So that's why they talk about Jesus like he ain't shit, because Jesus is going to teach all these men to respect the woman. That's the lost story of the Bible. They got mad at me. They started calling me. They started psychically attacking me because I said that Jesus stood up for his mama, and it's because his mama deserved to be defended. And he died. He died for her. He died for us too, but he didn't die actually. So, you know, that's the whole miracle of that. And this is the miracle of Christmas, the same thing. You know, when we go into winter, the earth is dying, but she's also regenerating herself at the same time. They just say like, oh, every time, oh, it just is the end, and we just all dead. We dead. Those people are not thinking, and those types of people are the ones that are being heavily watched to see how they are influencing people. And according to how they're influencing people is the experience that they're going to have with spirit. So to be honest with you, these people at the same time, they practicing witchcraft, but they're pissed off at it. They're practicing necromancy, which, I'm sorry, that would be Hecate. She is necromancy. They're practicing it at the same time, but they're pissed off at it because they can't destroy and kill people. So they mad at magic. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. Please, God, please, on Goddess, on Hecate. Don't do that. Okay? So I'm just telling y'all what I know about this. And I followed these rules, and it served me well. You know, following those rules served me well. It's gonna take me a minute to cook all this liver. I've got 8 pieces of liver is what I gotta cook, and I'm thinking about getting another skillet going. So, you know, you ever be sitting here chilling and you doing your thing, and the next thing you know, a spirit done popped up, and you like, oh, how the hell you get up in here? The hell? Witches, if you are truly connected with Hecate, you can banish that energy. And I say send it back. That's their problem to deal with their own issues. Somebody putting their issues and problems off on you. I don't care if it's your mama. Hecate says that you can send it back, especially if your mama is going against you. The hell? What are these people supposed to do? Wither up and die? A lot of people look at Hecate as a clone. No, she has 3 aspects: the mother, the maiden, and the crone. So a lot of people just don't understand. They just don't understand. You messing with the wrong energies. And if you're practicing witchcraft while not calling it witchcraft, well then, we know what happens with those folks. They'll say, oh, I'm just lighting a candle and being vigilant. What you lighting a candle for? And being, oh, so that I can destroy this person that I'm jealous of, that I really don't have, that really ain't did nothing to me. Oh, okay. Well, hey, listen, bro, that's not going to work out for you. You know what I'm saying? You be trying to tell them. They don't want to listen to us. They thought that witchcraft was a license for them to do harm to whoever they wanted, and they found out the hard way that it's not. Okay? Every witch knows that. Every witch knows that. Okay? If somebody asks you to get up in their business, then okay. I still would be very careful with that. I'm very, very careful when I'm dealing with my clients and their work and their spirits. And, you know. And it's sad when they know what your protection is, and they're trying to get past our protection purposely, and they can't. They can't, not really. Especially if, you know, literally, you know, you think, oh shit, they was able to send me something. Send it back to them. God damn it. Send it back to them, y'all. And see what they say to you. Okay? That's all I'm saying. And Hecate, she loves sending bad energy back to bad people. She loves it. She's the first person that's there, because Hecate is going to bring you justice within your magic. She's very, very, very important. Highly revered by the Romans and the Greeks. Okay, I'm pretty sure that there's people over there that live in Africa that worship Hecate, or either they work with Hecate. Okay, so, you know, and it's a lot of them out there. They, oh, I'm a badass motherfucker, and I'm doing all this stuff, and I can do this, and I'm gonna do that, and you ain't doing nothing. Okay, that's essentially what they end up doing, is nothing. They'll conjure all those bad spirits, get themselves all bent out of goddamn shape, and then still be back where the hell they started, that before they did what they did. So they're still sending out curses. People just don't listen. They still conjuring shit that they don't know what to do with. Just stupid. Okay? So that's why Spirit wanted me to come on here and talk about that. I had a crazy situation a few minutes ago. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay? Took me all but maybe 10 minutes to get rid of that energy versus your 1 or 2 hour ritual that you did that meant absolutely nothing. You still back at the beginning where you started. You're a hamster on the hamster wheel, period. You ain't going nowhere. And obviously what Hecate is saying is that, especially to all of these men and male witches that are disrespectful to female witches, she gonna handle you. I'm just saying, she gonna handle you. So these men out here practicing witchcraft for whatever purposes, and then I can think of several different things that I've been dealing with. I had a client earlier this summer that she had a male warlock witch was trying to turn her husband gay. He was trying to do spiritual work on him so that he'd be gay, her husband. And you know, all of a sudden he wanted her to play with his behind and all kind of stuff, and she was like, he normally ain't like that. Why do you want me to play with his butt all of a sudden? And them doing that, they're totally setting things off balance. I'm sorry. They're causing imbalances when they do stuff like that. Because technically, that's not the way that it's all of this stuff has been contrived. I know I'm going off into the areas that people will start getting upset, but Jamila don't lie, and Jamila does not hold out on the truth. I'm going to tell you exactly the damn truth. And her husband stopped all that crap too. It was some kind of spell that he had put on him. Some guy he was working with had a crush on him. Was calling her phone every damn night, harassing her. And she reversed that shit that was on him. And he lost his job, but it was a good thing. He got another one. The Spirit wanted to hurry up and get him the hell away from all that. So, you know, yeah. And I know that a lot of people don't appreciate me saying that, but I'm sorry if you are a man and you see a married man and you decide you're going to use witchcraft to try to make that man gay, you're going to have to deal with some aftermath, okay? And see, men look at witchcraft totally different as women. They use it for different purposes. And I'm just telling you, you cannot do that while at the behest, while you're very angry at women at the same time. You can't do that. And then they'll run around here gay and bragging about how they taking all these women's men's and stuff, and it's ridiculous. You ain't supposed to be doing stuff like that if you know it. You definitely shouldn't be using witchcraft to do it. Okay? So the whole world is off balance, and witchcraft is setting things into balance. These people that want to fight against nature, nature is going to rip a damn hole inside of them. I can promise you. That's why I really, when I sense y'all getting fearful about stuff like that, I always tell you to not be afraid. They want to tell us women in nature that we're not supposed to protect our offspring, and we're just supposed to go and say, oh, well, I'm just going to trust you, and nah, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to protect your children the way you think you should be, the way you know is going to protect them. Okay, these are almost done. So I'm just telling you what I know. The rest of it is just your private fantasies that, you need to go and maybe possibly speak to somebody about it. Okay, you cannot make a woman gay or lesbian with witchcraft, and you cannot make a man gay with witchcraft. Okay? I'm just saying, if you wasting your time doing that, then you are literally totally wasting time. Okay? I've seen people do it, trust me. I can see people at their altars. Hecate has been with me for quite some time now. And she shows me all of my enemies' rituals. And sometimes your enemy is an unfortunate lover that thinks that they, you know, got it in the bag. Oh, I'm going to, you know, put some spell work on this person that's going to make them something that they're not, and nature is going to overtake you. It is what it is. Okay, nature wins. Okay, and it should, because none of us would be here if it were not for nature, and I'm not willing to die for that. It's some people that might be willing to die to fight for their rights, to be gay or bisexual. Well, you don't necessarily have to die, but, you know, if you're using witchcraft to try to mess with people and heterosexual couples, you're going to have a serious problem. You're going to have some serious problems in your life every day. Okay? Because your vision is not their same vision. You don't have the right to choose that for people. Some people will think, oh, I'm going to dominate. I'm going to force this person, and that's not going to happen, especially when it comes to that. Okay? So, you know, somebody was asking, can you turn somebody gay with witchcraft? No, you're not. You may be able to get them to do gay things, but you can't turn them gay. Ain't gonna happen. Okay, most people that are heterosexual, when they come to us with that, oh, well, you're going to be alone the rest of your life. Well, we'd rather be alone the rest of our lives, personally, than to have a sexual relationship with the same sex if that's not what we really want. Most people, they willing to die for it, but you willing to die for it too. Shit, nobody, you crazy. You cray. All right, y'all. These potatoes are done. I wanted to cook some garlic in there with them. The lady forgot to bring my damn garlic. I was gonna make garlic mashed potatoes. I'll just add some garlic powder. And I'm telling y'all, Hecate came to me about that weeks ago, months ago, about people trying to change people's sexuality with witchcraft. You don't know what you're interfering with. You could be interfering with that person's life. You could be causing health problems and health risks for that person. And you got to deal with all that karma. Every spell that you cast, you got to deal with it. Every spell that you cast, you have to deal with it. Okay, and unless you are a high priestess, remember I was telling y'all about those high priestesses? You know, they can go through a lot. You know, they're the ones that, you know, were doing the sacrifices and stuff, and not human sacrifices. They were doing the sacrifices, and they were, you know, they were highly relied upon because they had the ability to do those things for the greater good of. But when you're looking at human beings, for you to have that attitude to where you just gonna take a human being and you just gonna try to fuck up their mind, body, and spirit, and you just gonna try to fuck them up like that, then you got another thing coming. You got some work to do on yourself, and that person got the right to curse you. Okay? And I see that a lot, even in social media. Okay, I see that a lot, and I call it out. Y'all are making a mistake. You know what I'm saying? So you can make a lot of mistakes in judgment when it comes to magic, and those things you have to deal with them. You have to. Whether or not you're doing love work, whether or not you're doing uncrossing work, whatever it is, money work, you dealing with spirits. Okay? This is what you're dealing with. Good Lord. I'm trying to mash my potatoes without a potato masher. I used to have all of that stuff. When I came to Georgia, y'all, I had sold and disposed of a lot of stuff. I didn't bring a lot of my stuff from my apartment or from when I was living in Kansas. So, I'm going to put some garlic powder in this. And some salt and pepper. You know, I'm just telling you. And people will go, oh, well, I can do whatever I want. Well, so can that other person. Just like you have free will, so does the other person. They have free will too. Yeah, I have been hearing about that through spirit. I have been hearing about a lot of stuff that people were trying to use witchcraft for. And there's nothing wrong with using witchcraft to pull in a lover. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. But when you're trying to pull in specific people and you're trying to change their whole DNA, you're trying to cause their DNA to be altered, okay, and you're creating problems, then that love work ain't gonna serve you. In fact, you can end up cursing yourself doing love work. So I am very picky about the love cases that I take. Okay. Good Lord. Yeah, that egg that I did definitely put a whole bunch of, yeah. Hey, Ryan's daughter. Man, I be seeing people do work on folk, and I be like, why do they do that? I see a lot of people's rituals. I can tell when someone is doing a ritual. Um, the way they'll speak their words and stuff. Even the words that I'm saying, it's not necessarily a spell. I mean, for me, I put it out there. I put the information out there. And I don't force nothing on nobody. Because that's not what witchcraft is about. Okay? And some of y'all be doing love work on people that can't handle love. They may need to go through some healing at that moment. Okay? So be careful when it comes to witchcraft and make the best decision possible. Make the best decision possible. You have to, when you're doing witchcraft, you have to wonder to yourself, especially if you have a willful person. And I don't think people should take advantage of people that aren't very willful, that just follow. I don't think you're right even when you take advantage of people that can't make decisions, that follow along. I think you're still wrong in that case. Because you are either throwing that person off of their intended destiny, and eventually they're going to figure it out, and they're going to be like, wait a minute, this ain't right. I don't feel like, what is this? What's going on here, That's pretty much what I've been doing, working and sleeping. Trying to get as much rest and relaxation and rejuvenation as possible. Because what we doing is we just keep we'll keep doing it if we have to. Okay? We'll keep reversing and undoing the crap that they do. Which the crap that they do is temporary anyway. It's very temporary. Okay? The crap that they do. I mean, but it's just the point, if they wouldn't have ever went in and wasted their time, trying to elude people and being very illusionary, you know what I'm saying? If they would have, and it's not even that big of a deal. It really ain't. I ain't even making no big deal about it. I ain't even making no big deal about anything at all. I'm just educating folks. Because I know how to get rid of psychic attacks and people sending bad energy. It looks like they're probably going to do it all month long. And those people are just crazy. People that are attacking you, they're crazy, they're scared, they have mental problems. And trust me, they'll take it into the new year. They still won't have anything else better to do with their time. Trust me. They're going to take it all the way into the new year and everywhere else. Okay, I need to turn this down. Down. Let me turn that down and remove that from the heat. All right, I got a couple of more pieces of liver to cook. I'm trying to get, Lord have mercy. I'm trying to get, my eggs and mixing with that butter, it kind of caused like a little foam. So I gotta get a, where is my, here, I need to get my ladle. So I can get this out of here. And of course it must have had a little bit of water on it, of course. There are some people, if they're sick, they'll try to send their sicknesses to you. I thought we learned about that in the movie Drag Me to Hell. People don't be paying attention to these movies. Sometimes they trying to tell you something. Remember when Christine Brown was trying to send her bad energy to other people? At any moment, Christine Brown could have saved herself if she would have went ahead and practiced real magic and witchcraft. She would have been able to overcome that situation. All she had to do was banish a spirit and remove the hex. And, you know, when y'all look at that movie, it's a trick because the granddaughter of Sylvia Garnish in the movie, she could have sent it to her. She wasn't thinking. Okay? Oh, shit. The hell? Well, that sucked. Hold on. I don't want to start no damn grease fire. Shit. I just had kind of a little mini disaster. It'll be alright. Alright. Yep, we good now. So, I don't know. You know, they tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, but I have a well-respected name in the spiritual community. I do. I have a well-respected name in the spiritual community. People take what I say seriously. They take my advice seriously, especially when it comes to practicing witchcraft. You'll find out when you go on the actual left-hand path when it comes to witchcraft and stop following others and doing things that you know have nothing to do with you and, you know, nosing and meddling and stuff. You know, now people do come and pay us to do work on certain people. Yes, they do. I do get paid to do work on people, but there's certain stuff I just won't do. It depends. I don't just, you know, take every case and I don't just, you know, I'm much more of an honest person. I'm going to let you know. I'm going to say, well, I don't think that's a good idea for you to do that. It won't be a good idea for me. That rarely happens, but it does happen. Okay. All right, cool. That's the last of the liver. So I am going to get ready to go, guys, because I'm going to be eating. I'm not going to make homemade gravy, even though this gravy would be perfect. I have, you know, homemade gravy for me is kind of hit and miss. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hit and miss. So I prefer to just go ahead and get the gravy packets. I know that sounds so bad. But I don't know. If I can cook it in a separate pot, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, I do know how to make homemade gravy, though. I just choose not to a lot of the times because it just, I don't know, it's too much trouble. And then, you know, it's hit or miss for me, like I said. So I'm not an expert gravy maker. Okay? I haven't really, I wish that I had more time to cook and bake and stuff, but you know, women have moved away from that. They don't want to bake nothing. They don't want to cook nothing. You know what I'm saying? They just kind of, they feel like the kitchen is a prison. That actually it's a doorway and a gateway that can open up many, many blessings into your life. So a lot of the stuff that, you know, that we were taught, oh, you don't want to be a woman that's in a kitchen. You know, women were bragging about not being able to cook. Oh, I don't know how to cook. You know, we always order out. I really can't cook. And, well, you know what? You need to learn for real, because you can accomplish a lot by cooking and cooking your own foods. Okay. especially if you order and takeout. I know sometimes you be tired and you don't feel like cooking nothing. So I definitely understand how that feels. I ain't trying to hear nobody. I'm just saying. I am just saying. Okay, I think this one's big enough for this. Oh, I had taken, I'll talk to you about that, Orion's daughter, when I get off of here. I'll talk to you about that. I'll text you when I get off of here. Okay, witchcraft can be used to do some wonderful, amazing things in your life. But it can also be a bugger. It can be a trick. It can bring bad energy if you're not careful. Okay, and the universe will let you know quickly when you did something wrong. They'll let you know quickly. They're like, I don't think you're supposed to do that. I think it's been time for you to go ahead and just move on and stop doing that, you know, whatever it is that you're doing, you know, because a lot of people go, oh yeah, especially controlling people. A controlling person is not going to necessarily be the best magician. There's a difference between being able to control spirits and being a controlling person. A controlling person doesn't want to see anything happen because they don't have control over it. That is a weakness. It'll never be a strength for you to be a controlling person like that and trying to use magic to harm others that have done nothing to you, okay? You only should use black magic if somebody has done something to you that you didn't bring on yourself. You just pop up one day and you harassing and disturbing people and bothering people. And then you say, oh, well, since you don't want to be bothered with me doing that, I'm going to curse you. You ain't got no, what? What? You trespass on me. And because I didn't allow you to, now you're going to curse me? I'm sorry, witches. I'm pretty sure that a lot of y'all don't agree with that behavior, especially within the community. Nobody believes in that. Nobody even has to do that. You know, why do you feel that you have to do that? You know, what's the point? Because they are afraid of being judged themselves because of you. The dynamic that's going on with witches on YouTube is very interesting, but I think that many of us stay on code, and that's why we are doing very well. The witches that don't stay on code, those witches are not doing very well. They may be making money, but they sick as hell. Or either, you know, they just don't feel good about themselves. It's nice to wake up every day feeling good about yourself. Yes, Outer Banks. Outer Banks said that my kitchen is a portal of forgetfulness. But remember when you were telling me, what were you telling me, Outer Banks Witch, about your kitchen and how, you know, your kitchen can be like, it can harbor demons and stuff, and you got to clean it up. So like my kitchen was cleaned this morning. We had a few dishes, and I had my son, you know, clean and sanitize the kitchen, and one of those negative spirits popped out. It was squatting in my kitchen for a while. Negative spirits like to hang out in kitchens and bathrooms and fester. Okay, so yeah, very important. I had a weird day, but you know what I've learned is how to transmute negative energy. This is one thing that is so important for you to do. Even in a negative situation, you got to look at the positive. You got to look at the positive aspects that it may bring out. If the situation isn't going to create any positive results, then you may want to do some work on that. Okay? And a lot of y'all witches that are doing work for other people out of your homes, you ain't got nothing but time. It takes you, it could, I've done, hex breaking, and I've done banishing rituals that can possibly take just 10 minutes. So, that's why a lot of people don't want to stick with it, because those negative people or negative entities, they will attack you through other people, and then I guess they think you're going to get tired. Y'all, they think Hecate's realm, they think we just going to get tired. Okay. Okay, we don't never get tired, just to let y'all know. When you working with all of the energies of the universe, including heaven and hell and everything in between, which is what Hecate represents, you ain't got to worry about that. And then they silly enough to think that they can destroy deities. That's so hilarious. That was the funniest thing. Hecate came to me last week and told me that. She said, these people trying to destroy me? Wasn't none of my enemies. It was some other folks. It wasn't none of my enemies. It was some other folks. I imagine if we go and Google something about Hecate, it was probably, I don't know, maybe it was some members of the church, and she's sitting up there looking at him like, you're trying to call to magic, to destroy magic, and you think magic is going to destroy itself? They just don't have any logic or reasoning, and it's all about this stupid patriarchy and this fear that men have about it. And it's like, well, what's the harm? How am I going to harm you because I'm cooking liver and onions for my family? That's going to harm you? That's going to do you some harm if I do that? I'm not understanding, sir. And men think they running everything, but Hecate always pops out of the sky and lets them know that they're not. Because if they were, they would do themselves a disservice if they were. Okay, y'all, this is about done. The last 3 pieces. And I'm making my gravy. We have in Brussels sprouts and mashed potatoes is what we're having with it. What is this person talking about? Oh, good Lord. Yeah. It's an evil disturbance in folks' spirit when they're constantly trying to knock somebody down. And don't nobody want no lover like that. These people are delusional. Don't nobody want you. Girl, bye. People trying to get rid of you, for real. In any way that they can. We already know who that was. Folk trying to get rid of her in any way that they can, and she's still running around here on that crap. We ain't even talking about you. If the shoe fits, then wear it. Okay? It's ridiculous, y'all. It's absolutely ridiculous. All right, y'all. I am going to wrap this up because I have an errand that I need to run. So oh shit, what am I tripping off of? I'm tripping. Oh, okay. So I'm doing this right. I'm actually doing it right. I'm doing it. What the hell is this shit? They ain't bringing me no damn, y'all, they be tripping. So I gotta run. I'm gonna go get me a bottle of wine tonight too. I need me some wine, y'all. I just have 1 glass of it. That's all I need is 1 glass and I'm good. Cause it's so late. So y'all have a good evening. Make sure that if y'all need to reach me, especially if you're dealing with with witches or a coven or some weirdness, sending weirdness back and forth to you, there's always a solution for that. And then especially when them nasty heifers attack your children, that is so sad. I didn't know. I didn't. I didn't know that men that were living in nature or within the bounds of nature would ever deal with a woman crazy enough to attack children. That's kind of strange to me. Don't y'all think that's kind of strange? Why would somebody want to, And yeah, I guess some people. I feel like it's demonic possession personally. Okay. It don't matter. It's just like that narcissism thing. People get it confused just because people treat their kids like crap. They don't realize that that person's going to treat you like crap too. So a person's kids are a reflection of themselves. Okay, or they are an extension. Okay, it's not the same. You're not the same person. You're a separate person. But, when somebody treats their seed like that, that's kind of bizarre. Okay? So, and those are the children that grew up with narcissistic parents. They are very delusional. Okay, they think somebody is interested in that crap. People want to be relaxed. People want to be chill. People want to, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to have a nice little Wednesday party over here. I'm going to watch a movie with my son. We're going to watch a movie together. And because I want him to see that movie called Run with Sarah Paulson. Because I watched it last night, but I kind of was, so I said, well, I'll watch it. Oh, shit. Okay, I said, okay, I'll watch it with, with the kids or whatever. Because it's a horror movie. It's a really good movie, though. Okay. But it's kind of like more of a drama. And it's crazy. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be watching movies. And then I also putting my other dollhouse together. So I have stuff to do tonight. I have projects that are unfinished. And today I started my day off with my quantum focus meditation. It's how I started my day off. Okay, that quantum focus medication will help you to focus on the things that you need to focus on. That's why they're doing that. That's why they come into the chat. Oh, hey, look at me. You're not actually there. When people just don't exist to you anymore, it just ain't that big of a deal. Just block them and keep it moving. And they're constantly trying to either use you or your kids, and it's like, oh my God, and it never stops, So anyway, I'm also going to be doing some work in the living room because I've got to get stuff put together for Christmas because I got some stuff that came in. But, I'm going to quit doing all these hauls because there's people out there that are not making it as good as, some of us. And they hate when you come in and you show them what you got. It's kind of like it's way too much for them, and they were warned, they were taught this lesson over and over again. They were told the same thing over and over again, yet they didn't want to listen to people that were telling them good things for themselves, and that's why they still running around here in the chat room. And I think I done pissed them off like crazy because, I'm not even going to say. I'll address them from my other channel. It's obvious they want me to talk about them, so I'll give them about 15 minutes of my time when I get back. I will see y'all later. Peace and love. Also, make sure y'all get into Yule. Okay, join my Yule circle. Also, we have a new moon that is coming up. New moon in Sagittarius that's coming up. And Yule begins on December the 21st, but again, we're already celebrating Yule energies. We're already benefiting from Yule energy. So if you guys want to get in the circle, all of my links should be listed below. If they're not, I will put them in there. Okay. All right, huns or sweeties. I know I love her too. She's so pretty. All right, guys. I love you guys. Peace and love.